There's no place to escape to.
This is the last stream.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that? Now I can hear the video. I can't hear it at all.
All right, welcome to the show, everyone. This is the last stream on the left. The last time there was a stream on the left, John Kennedy was in the White House.
Oh my God!
Get out of here! Don't even start spreading lies about all that.
Boom! Boom!
I got it.
You know what
Imagine if there was a baseball player who just caught it at the top of the old before it went out there and hit a home run.
You know what is funny now? Because now they have the Abraham Lincoln Snapchat filter. Have you seen this, guys?
Oh. I did see it. He'd be very proud to be next to a bunch of rainbow, hats and dog noses.
Well, he's the biggest homosexual that's ever been, right?
In the
terms
history
of
of
size,
man?
besides your brother.
My brother, 6'11", very presidential.
But that's what I'm saying. Your brother is probably the longest homosexual that's ever lived, and that Lincoln was like really close to that. Man, I just don't know if it was just because Mary Todd was bad at it and it turned him, or if he, because of his love of freedom, went all the way down to his asshole.
Well, he was empathetic and wonderful towards all Americans, and as somebody who might have had sexual, fantasies that weren't in the mainstream, he understood people who were not socially, universally loved.
So, would you say the same thing? Would you say the same thing if he was a pedophile?
No, I would not. No, we're not members of the alt-right here. Okay, so we have a bunch of fun videos to get to. We're going to take some phone calls, which will be exciting. But first, let's check in with Henry Zabrowski. What's going on?
Well, I had to lay down face first on my floor today in order to get the energy to get back up. You've ever had to do that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where I literally had to lay face first. Yeah, nose smashed into my kitchen floor because I didn't have the will to be vertical. And then my girlfriend reminded me that I could get tacos later, and I stood up.
Are you on the first floor of your apartment complex?
No. I'm in the Emperor's room. I am above. It's like, I feel like in my apartment complex specifically, it is very, obviously there's a hierarchy here. Like, I can get sunlight. Like, my apartment has sunlight. I got, like, a balcony area. It's really nice. But the floors below us feels like, remember, I think it's the, what is it? The Not Land Before Time. That's the one with the cute dinosaurs.
Don't step on a crack or you'll fall and break your back. Petrie.
Yeah.
Yes. What I was thinking about was the H.G. Wells book where we was talking about the lessers then that they were forced to keep. You're
talking about the time machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what were they called? They were called like the Muleys?
The Morlocks.
Morlocks.
The Muleys was the inbred family that lived in the town that I grew up in.
The guy with who would fuck the watermelon.
It all comes together.
But the people on the floor below us are like that, and they're like, ah, ha, ha, like in the Poor Unfortunate Souls from Little Mermaid. So and I go down there and I go, I'm going to say hello to you and you're welcome. And they're like, what is it like seeing the clouds? And I'm like, who gives a shit? Go fuck yourself. You never will. You'll never work hard enough. You'll never succeed enough. Because I need to do it to make me feel better.
You do understand if there is a fire in the apartment complex, you're dead. Yeah. And they're just all out there watching you sort of burn alive at your windowsill like Evita while she slowly burns.
My question is when?
Whenever they go cooking drunk.
No, when's the fire coming that's going to end it?
That's what whenever they cook drunk.
All right.
Henry,
I guess I'll start giving out tequila because I hear they love it.
I'll start your fire if you start mine.
Oh, yeah, let's do it, man.
Let's
end all responsibilities. That was one of the things, was like when the storm was coming last week in Burbank, because we got like 6 inches of fucking rain, and Los Angeles does not get rain. No. And the houses were just sliding off the mountain. Things were just going, and I felt the joy of, like, as things got canceled and people got more and more worried about the fact that LA was going to maybe shut down, the more relieved I got. And it was not about, like, necessarily, like, I don't know. It just felt nice to not have responsibilities anymore, and then that was like a preview of what it would be like to be dead.
Well, what's happening over there? Are they just building homes on Crocodile Run? I mean, the buildings are always just falling right down the hill.
Yeah,
there.
well, it's hubris. It is human hubris. They're building these buildings.
Because only the rich of LA live up in the hills.
Oh.
So they get whatever they do, and the worst punishment of all is that when the rains come, it takes their rich houses and slides them into the poor houses, which is the last thing they ever wanted to happen to them. And then the purge will be happening in little pockets for them just ripping apart like all the Lindsay Lohans, who's got beautiful ghost nipples. I was actually looking at a nude picture of her earlier today.
I've been pro Lindsay ever since people were being mean to her.
Yeah.
I love Lindsay Lohan. Okay, well, let's start off here with a story, I think, or a video.
It's going to be a video. This is actually a super cool video. It's called Introducing. This is from an amateur horror director named Tim34430. He needs a better name, something catchier.
Well, maybe his father was a Terminator.
Yeah, it does sound like
knows?
he's a Sears appliance. Also, he should have a last name if he's going to be a director.
Well, you know, his mother had sex with the dryer.
Yeah.
As the wash was going there, and then 9 months later, she pulled him out of there.
My mom
Isn't
actually
that
openly
wild?
talked about sitting on the dryer.
To attain an orgasm.
Back when your father is still alive, and I would assume he was more alive then, but she still required a Maytag appliance to orgasm.
Think about that. Us Zabrowskis, we don't have that much movement.
Well,
we are
that
not that.
Yeah, well, that explains
entertainment.
why you went down to the washer and dryer, and your father was just screaming at the dryer and beating it with a baseball bat.
Trying to take my place? You trying to take my place? Can you take over the financial opportunities of this family?
The dryer couldn't do it.
Well, this guy, Tim34430, actually has a lot of really great horror shorts on his YouTube page, and I would absolutely recommend going checking all of these out. They're super cool, and he uses a lot of different characters that show up again and again in his videos, and this is a video called Introducing. This is just us showing something that's like really creepy, really cool, that we think you guys would really enjoy.
So before we do this, just sit there, and I want you to take off your shoes. First of all, if you got shoes on, if you're with your family, tell them to get off your fucking back and go to another room. I want you to just
keep the family.
perk them up, man or woman, perk them up. Roll yourself a fucking manicotti filled with fucking weed. And then smoke it to your face
Kind of
and
a
get ready
wet-
for this short.
A wet, cheesy weed.
Ugh. Let's see it.
Huh.
Oh my goodness. You imagine the guy from Bar Rescue watching this footage.
It's a dumb hat he has.
Well, I'm just happy Milo has something else to do.
I love scrapbooking, and honestly, I didn't expect this guy to be a scrapbooker.
No.
He got that bed at Ikea.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that is scary. I am just happy Goldie Hawn is still seeing and getting some work there. That is good.
Now, when his
I think we can be done with the
his
video at
parents
this point.
saw what he was doing with their money.
What was that?
I'm saying when this filmmaker saw what his parents' money was used to make, do you think he was taken out of the family, or do you think that it was they just were like, well, he's creative, at least he's not keeping a boy slave?
Well, I think he's one of those strange conundrums of like, well, we can't have him outside to represent the family. We hate him in the family, but technically we have to keep him inside with us at all times.
I think he's a very promising horror film director.
You know what? He's got the make shooting things with the camera down.
Yep, that's absolutely true. And he does look like he's about to reveal magic tricks, which is kind of fun if you remember history or magic's greatest mysteries revealed.
Yes. Yeah. And on the feed, someone at 10 Rhinoceratops says that's like a really bad Kenneth Anger short. Which I would say that, but you're missing a little bit of the homosexual vibes in there because that would be nice.
Well, we have to support the arts. Okay, we do have a phone call. Let's take it.
We just lost it.
We just lost it.
Thank you. That is
Man,
When you don't
this
answer the phone.
this
happens.
is the tightest show. This is
Just
here
call
in the
in.
White House. Here in the White House are running like a well-oiled machine.
Going.
Oh, we're going to the phones.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you
Hello?
doing? How you doing?
Hi, this is Helen. How are you?
Good, Helen. Thanks for calling in. What's up? What are you thinking about?
I just I love listening to you guys. I binge listen to you at the hospital I work at all the time. So
At the
that's
hospital.
fun.
What was the worst thing you've
Yeah.
ever seen come through the doors there at the hospital?
Coming through the doors, just a lot of sad, drunk, homeless people. But yeah, you overhear a lot of bad things listening at a hospital. But I was wondering. So you guys are all in relationships now. At what point in your relationship do you think you would realize that your partner was a serial killer?
Okay, what part of the relationship do you realize your partner is a serial killer? They start treating you nice, cleaning up your room and your home, cooking for you. You know, there's no way that someone could actually love any of us, so there must be some disgusting reason for that.
Everybody who treats you nice is setting you up to do
Cool.
something
Well,
bad to you.
thanks. I love
That's just how
listening
it
to you
goes.
guys.
I completely
really
agree
do
with
listen to you all
Kessel.
the
It's like
time.
if you watch the ID channel
Thank
for
you.
longer than 4 hours,
Yeah.
you begin to realize is that like I cannot take food that Natalie brings to me.
No.
I can't take a drink if she's just like, I made you your favorite. Because
Oh,
you see
my
the eyes
goodness.
going like this, thinking like I can sell his organs for parts. Like I can sell for cash money, my blood, my
Yeah,
dick.
maybe. Yeah, what's the name of the green fluid that comes out of cars?
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze. It tastes great. It looks fun. You put that in a daiquiri, I'll slam down 30 before I know you're trying to kill me.
How do you know antifreeze tastes great?
Because I saw a lot of the same show that Henry watched, and it does. It was very sweet, and they tried to put a non-sweetener in there to make it taste bad. I mean, that's how good it was. It was like Triametic. You know, I used to slam Triametic by the bottle when I was a child. I thought I was going to die.
What's Triametic?
Triametic was a cold medicine.
Oh, like Dimetapp.
Triametic.
Yeah, and it tasted amazing. It was like, you know, it was something you wanted to freeze and put on the wall and lick like you were in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. I mean, it was wonderful stuff. So anyway, don't trust the person that you think loves you.
Well, yeah, Marcus, I mean, like, you and Carolina, like, live in a dark world of murder in your home.
Yes.
Like, literally, I went, they now got a new apartment together, and I walk through, and it's just this weird, it looks like the room from that new movie, Cure for Wellness. It looks like a haunted insane asylum when you go up the stairs, and when you go in his apartment, Marcus is like, check out the bathroom. And I went in the bathroom, and it was the shower curtains that all look like bloody handprints
Yeah.
all over it, and he's like,
And do you know what else about that bathroom, Henry? The door doesn't lock.
does
Door
not
does
lock.
not lock.
So that's
Actually,
safe.
our apartment does not have doors. We have a door on the bathroom, and that's it.
But there's
Well,
a
it's 'cause
lot
you-
of. No,
You guys
go
are very
on.
open sexually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll just start doing stuff where it's like you'll just walk in naked and she just goes like, all right.
Oh my
like doing a
goodness.
thing, so you have to push her down.
And the washing machine is watching the whole time. I mean, that is disgusting.
No, it's a
When's
wonderful
my
house.
turn?
That's the old Zabrowski three-way when his mom would have sex with his father on top of their dryer.
I'm sick of having sex on top of this washing machine. First of all, I hate the stool. Second of all, it's really tickling my balls.
Oh my goodness. No one wants to think about all that. No, Marcus, you have a great new apartment. As
Thank
a matter
you.
of fact, we went there for a housewarming party recently, and the entire soundtrack was Charles Manson, which was very exciting.
Not the entire soundtrack. Somebody, Doug from the comment, was curious as to what Charles Manson's song sounded like. So I put on my Spanish pressing of 12 Canciones del Charles Manson and played him a couple. I played him like Garbage Jump, Mechanical Man, and Look at Your Game Girl, of course. That's the classic. But then, of course, the best one, Home is Where You're Happy. It's not where you're not free.
Yeah, and it's just not bad enough to make every musician suspect.
That's the thing. Is that you could say like, well, Charles Manson. It's like, well, he's like in the 55 percentile of like good musician. So
Yeah.
it's like he could have gotten a record, especially that time. There was a lot of horseshit.
If you
You're
would've
also talking to you're talking to the Beach Boys drummer to be your producer. He doesn't know fuck all.
Well,
He's just
Terry-
hammered all the time.
No, Terry Melcher was the producer. Dennis Wilson was just his buddy that was getting him his in.
Look at that. No, honestly, if you would have listened to a producer, Charles Manson could have very well had at least one or two hits in the top 20 or top. Casey Kasem probably would have said Charles Manson's name at some point.
I firmly believe that.
I think that he should have switched it up, though, because I honestly don't think that the guitar was really... It should not have been his main instrument. Charles Manson has hands for bongos.
I agree.
Like, if you had just shown video in a pitch room of Charles Manson going like, I'm killing rainbows. Nothing but tiny rainbows. And he's just like, slap, 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 slap.
I
That
agree.
sells records.
He's a bongo guy, but he had to be the man.
Yeah.
And the man of every band plays the guitar.
Yeah, and he also wouldn't listen to his producer. That's the whole thing. If only he would have listened to Terry Melcher, if only he would have let him produce him, then Charles Manson probably would have been up there with Donovan.
But on the other end, then he wouldn't have had 50 years in solitary confinement.
Think about the
You
gift
know.
that keeps on giving, solitary confinement.
Fun
You can
confinement.
sit and think all your thoughts. You can yell as much as you want. You could take the tip of your own penis and try to reach it into your butthole anytime you want.
Whatever.
All the bread that you can eat.
There's so much bread. And I always found the toilet to be a fine audience. Just sing to it.
Also, you guys brought up on Roundtable that I shit in everyone's apartment when I first arrived.
Oh, yes, you do.
And that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought it up on Roundtable that we were having a little meeting at my apartment the other day, and you can always tell when Henry's about to take a shit because he takes off his sweater and starts pacing around.
Yeah, like a dumb
I'm not
dog.
going into what kind of this pervert sits in a full winter's outfit, nude from the fucking waist down
Sure.
to take a shit.
But it does seem like you've never had an apartment with a bathroom. And you solely have friends for their bathrooms. It does seem like that.
The problem is that I save it up, right? I eat a lot of
But
because
Henry, I know, but why don't you just go sometime before you leave the apartment and say, oh, look at this, loaf's in, time to,
when you
make the
force
bagel.
it, if you force taking a shit, you get hemorrhoids. And I've watched this people in my life with hemorrhoids, and their life is like a walking prison because they're literally walking around with two fucking smelly sacks full of blood hanging out of their asshole. They can't sit down, which is the only thing I like to do, which is sit down. So you're
Right.
gonna take my one pleasure away,
Now,
and then also.
Just does
I
feel a
don't-
little
are hemorrhoids truly like protruding pustules of
Like a
like
Resident
sacks?
Evil?
They're like they're
Yeah.
truly sacks
Yes.
like, out of.
Eric from Burbank. Eric Dickies, do you have hemorrhoids? Do you have hemorrhoids? You look. I'm sorry to say,
Did
you do
you
look like a man
nickname
who
your
might have
producer
hemorrhoids.
Dickies because you called
No, the guy from Burbank
Travis
says he does not have
titties?
hemorrhoids. But it's a terrible affliction. So
Well,
I'm
our
not
friend
going
Eddie
to
has
force taking a
hemorrhoids.
shit if I don't have to force it. I eat a lot of fiber-based food because colon cancer runs in my family,
I mean,
and
that's
so
because your
I don't
family
want to
doesn't
get
run.
I'm just saying. I'm saying, if constipation creates that, so I eat a lot of fiber 1,
Yeah, but
fiber
Henry,
2.
the question is, don't you have to poop at home?
Takes about 2 hours for it to work into your system. So I'm up. You see me at the beginning of the day. I'm pounding cereal. I have 2 or 3 cups of coffee before I leave. That's me driving. Start to feel a little bit of push. Don't have time to sit. Don't have time to fucking take the proper shit I need to take because I got shit to do. I got meetings to be on. I got phone calls to take.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, Kissel and Marcus, they're nearby. I know the exact place to drop off this dookie load.
Well, maybe it's about familiarity and comfortability and being in the true ease-bearing presence of my friends.
That's true. My apartment is a very comforting place.
It is a comforting place, minus the blood-soaked shower curtains. But I did make a mistake. I've been drinking some whiskey and tea, and I was drinking a tea, and I didn't realize it was a gastral releaser.
Oh!
Yes, so I had about 13 packs of that, and they said have one every 24 hours, and so I did have about 48 hours of touch-and-go time. Yes, don't yogi tea. It's all a diuretic.
Yeah,
no matter what you get.
I had about 12 pieces of cocktail shrimp for dinner last night, and today was just...
You had 12 shrimps for dinner?
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that. That's too disgusting.
But that's all you ate?
Yeah.
You ate half a pickle today, and you ate 12 shrimps. It's like you eat like a stowaway on a boat.
Yeah.
Like you eat like a fucking...
And the strangest thing is when you look at his garbage, it's all tuna cans, but then there's not a can opener in the whole place.
See, Carolina she eats all the tuna cans. She eats a lot of tuna. She has a cat's breakfast.
Interesting.
That's the thing. What is it with skinny girls doing that? Because Nellie does the same thing where she'll just eat the tuna out of the can. And she says, I'm gross for needing the mayonnaise in it.
No, well, that is disgusting. But my brother's on the Weight Watchers diet. You can have 50 cans of tuna a day. That's just 1 point. It doesn't matter.
What?
You're losing weight. I swear to God. I swear. I tried to get on the Weight Watchers diet.
I gotta call up Oprah.
Yeah, get on it. But I am on the. It'll be her 3 points.
Oprah, how are you going to get me into the new Burbank chapter of Weight Watchers? Oh, I tell you, Henry, you just got to ring my bell, and I come. Klingle, blingle. She's like a magic little maid.
I guess so. Great Oprah impression. Okay, so let's take another phone call. No. They're rolling in. All right, let's play a video. Speaking of Hollywood elites and celebrities, this next video, I think it's really wonderful.
I mean, this is really going to show us what Scientology does to a man.
Makes him super happy.
And I went, they said, so, like, have you met an SP? And I looked at him, and I thought, oh, what a beautiful thing, because maybe one day it'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day it will be that. Wow, SPs, like, they'll just read about those in the history books, There's nothing part of the way for me. It's just...
So, it wasn't dangerous or anything,
So, no, what happened when you turned his oxygen off?
He was very quiet. He felt... He fell asleep. He fell asleep. He slept the whole way.
That is kind of funny.
That is, he slept.
Honestly, looking at it from another direction, isn't that attempted manslaughter? You just turn a guy's oxygen off? You're lucky you're not doing time, for the love of God.
He woke up.
He did wake up, yeah.
When we were landing on descent, he...
Kind of a funny interview. That's good.
What is his problem?
I don't...
Just be gay, man.
Just
be gay and enjoy yourself.
He said, my hands...
I would rather speak with Randy Quaid just to have an intelligent
My
conversation.
hands are your old hands.
Randy Quaid is a good entertainer, no matter
love
what
Randy.
is going on.
I agree.
He said my hands are tingling. I said the whole. I said, must have been the way I was laying. I said, yeah, must have been the way.
This is the kind of laughter that comes out of you when you have close to 150 slaves that work for Scientology and therefore work for you.
Now, was this the show Rich People Laughing? Was that the name of this show? I don't remember this television program.
All right, Travis, that's good.
Good Lord.
Oh.
I have to do a birthday shout out to Kelsey Ronan. Wow. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes, indeed. Dylan Doherty. That is his girlfriend. So, Dylan, cash in those chips, my friend. That's good stuff. Happy birthday.
What do you always say, Kessel? Birthdays are for the dying, funerals are for the living?
Absolutely. Well, but we're not going to say that because it's a birthday shout out. I always say that. Yeah.
I don't know what to
You
tell you.
said
I
that
think it's
on
always
my
good
birthday.
to ladle a big concrete, heavy warning on any person that asks for a birthday wish. Because I have to understand that you're just fucking just laser speed going towards the grave.
I have never fully understood the love of the celebration of the birthday. I think Jehovah's Witness and what's the other ones? Not the Quakers. There's another religion.
Shakers?
Not the Shakers. That's the Shakers and the Quakers when they get together is tumultuous. But no, there is
I bet they got
Jehovah's
big butts,
Witness.
though.
What's that?
Shakers and the Quakers. For some reason, when you said that, the first thing I thought it was like a big, juicy butt just like going up and down.
Yeah.
You haven't seen people in a while.
I just like seeing a big butt. I just like seeing that. And I imagine if you had a video called Shakers and the Quakers and it's just a guy me going, hey! Just like slapping a big butt.
Oh my, I thought it was about fracking. Okay, let's do a phone call.
Wait a second. But
Wait,
we got to
hold on.
talk about, at some point we have to talk about Scientology because I found out
Sure.
that the Burbank Scientology Center, it's like a block from my house.
So when you walk by there, do you feel ooky spooky? Do you get the feelings of walking by a cult, or what's the deal?
No, I'm fucking better than those people. I
No,
was
I know,
walking
but-
by, but I did do the like as I drove past it today.
Wait, so you taunted them with honks?
Yeah, actually,
So in your mind,
compared to a lot of gang stalking videos that I've seen, a lot of
Right?
gang stalking is just honking horns at people.
And if we get enough people doing it, Scientology is going to start thinking that they're getting gang stalked by us.
Yeah, because Scientology are the masters of gang stalking.
yeah, but theoretically you're stalking a moving object. It's a building that's like, sort of sedentary.
That's why I can walk past it fucking every day and be like, noonie, 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 baba booey, baba booey.
Sort of taken. So like you can call into the Stern Show in 1996 and let them know what you did.
Baba booey.
That's powerful.
They
So in the-
still do that on Howard Stern.
But don't you think the people inside the Scientology building are like, see, that's why we are in here, and big dumb hairy idiots are out there. Hogging the-
like outside of one of their
know.
conference rooms.
Not sure if you're bringing people over to your side, really.
No, because I'll be like Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack, where they'll be like, that guy's having a little bit of fun. All these stuffed shirts around here, they're getting a little lame. But that guy's a breath of fresh air. And then it's me coming and going, you guys, you can be gay, and you can be gay, and you can be gay. Suck his dick. And then I go like, for real?
So, well, that sounds like if it doesn't work out, you might go to jail.
Trespassing.
And then, yeah, overall, requesting of lewd acts to be filmed and to be presented in front of you as you film.
I'm just a free speech warrior, and we know there's a war against them now.
Isn't there?
Henry Zabrowski, willing to break and enter into the Scientology building and demand they suck their own cocks.
I just came in my pants. You want to smell it? And then all the guys will come out and be like, yeah.
Free speech.
You bet.
Yeah, powerful. All right,
dogs.
let's do a phone call. That's good. Go for them.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. How
We
are
got you, buddy.
Oh, terrific. Oh, by the way, I can't hear Henry. I can kind of hear something, but hey, it's great to be on the line. Hey, I just wanted to ask, did you guys get a chance to reach out to David Icke? And I also have a bunch of other questions if you want to get nerd alerts out here, but You guys were in the UK, right?
We can reach out to David Icke whenever we tweet at him, and he would tweet us back. But no, we have not done that yet. David Icke is doing his own thing. He's constantly trying to evolve and find his own place in the world. I mean, you know, he's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he's interesting.
Yeah, interesting is a definite word. I think so. I wish I could hear Henry. But so if Henry talks, he's just going to come out nothing in my ear to the callers, by the way. Let the Adult Swim people know. But,
Thank
hey,
you
Marcus,
for that.
I have a question for you.
What's the question?
Oh, hey, Marcus, do you think, okay, here's a nerd alert for Ben. Do you think alchemy is, like, the next thing as far as, like, transhumanism with, like, technology and stuff? Because, like, I don't know if you guys done the John D episode. I don't think so. But
let's do it. Henry will answer the question on the other end.
Henry is furiously signaling right now that he would like to say something about
He's either the world's worst traffic controller, trying to just get the planes to hit buildings, or he's got something to say.
Obviously, the mixture of alchemy and technology is going to be the next step in humankind, right? The idea now is, I think it's almost, I think I've said this before on this show, where I think that there's a deep, deep, deep game to make humans look as bad as humanly possible so that we'll accept it when the robots take over. And I think it's being done by the robots.
So you think...
Literally the voting machines themselves.
Well, the voting machines are owned by large corporations that will change the votes whenever they want their corporate candidate to win. But to that point, I think that humans probably should be automated to some degree when it comes to cars, which I've turned my turned my tune around.
You've turned the corner on it, huh?
Yes, because cars, self-driving cars, when they make a mistake, they tell all the other cars they made a mistake. So they're going to be perfect organisms in 3 days.
We need to give it up to the robots. The robots are going to help enact the idea of using magic ritual to sort of enhance your life is going to literally turn into the idea of being like, Alexa, fuck my wife. And then Alexa's going to send out a machine to fuck your wife. And that's essentially magic, right?
Oh, well, I remember when your mother was just having sex with the dryer.
But she had to turn it on, and she had to go to the dryer. You know what I mean? Eventually, I'm just going to say, Alexa, and then it's going to send a machine to my wife, like with a little dog's tongue attached to it, going like, mlam, 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 so it could lick her pussy, right?
You do understand you will be left. Your girlfriend would leave you.
Everyone's going to go.
Yeah, but I don't think that that's a substitute for you being intimate with your partner.
No, that's what you could, no, that's not what I'm not saying that time. It's just like, well, let's say I'm like, I lost my legs in an accident. Or I'm tired.
What accident?
Anything. You could, I don't know. So half the elevators in the city don't work. You gotta open up the thing and open up, and I just tumble down and lose my legs. I could fall on a flight of stairs. I could get hit by a car. I could fucking get bit by like several mosquitoes. I got like that weird West Nile virus to make my fucking legs go.
Yeah, that's possible. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But truthfully, I do believe that the technology and the mixture of that with ritual is what's going to lead to the next step in humankind.
I think it's mostly the technology.
So you're saying, Henry, you're saying that the machines are creating algorithms to make our self-perception lower, so we will be more susceptible to mating with machines, or at the very least, combining with machines in the transhuman future.
So we're gonna get
I'm just a dumb human. What do I know?
Like Jax from Mortal Kombat or Axel from Twisted Metal. What's gonna happen?
Technically, yeah, that is kind of what. But on the other hand, but transhumanism could also possibly mean living on a computer chip, living in a network, rather than having a physical body.
Ooh, I want to live on a nacho cheesier computer chip. We've got to shout out Jen Tisdale. It's her birthday on Thursday. Happy birthday, Jen.
Happy birthday, Jen.
Happy birthday, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Okay.
Don't kill a man in your bed.
Please don't. If you're going to do it elsewhere where we can possibly still be friends.
Again, plug the podcast. If you're going to murder someone, I don't think anybody should. But if you scream in last podcast on the left as you're getting put into the police car, that's numbers. Equals numbers.
I don't think that is numbers.
No one ever do that.
That's not even close to numbers.
That is what you call nightmares.
Anti-numbers. You're such a lunatic. Okay, should we do this video?
Yeah, sure. I mean, okay, so we've been doing calls, and and last time we did a call-in show, we got a bit of a bottleneck and ended up doing 2 call-ins on what was supposed to be an all call-in show.
I found a video, or actually our friend Anno, who, hello Anno, thank you very much. He found this video for us. This is how you do a call-in show.
Okay, no one there. All right, lines open. 843-7722. Hello, you're live with Santa. Okay, they're not there. Let them go. Lines open. Keep them moving out. In a minute, get the little kids in here. That's what they need. Lines open. 843-7722. Whenever they're ready. Put this down here. We'll get them together real quick. Hello, you're live with Santa.
Hi, Santa.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Are you really Santa?
Uh-huh. Now, what can we do for you?
Can you name the reindeer?
All right, bye. All right, there, folks. Let's get the line in there. 843-7722. Hello, you live with Santa.
You name the reindeer.
Can you?
Of course I can.
Bye. All right, 843-7722. The line's open there. There you go. They want to get these kids in here real quick. Hello, you live with Santa.
Name the reindeer, man.
Okay, bye.
I do love that it says Joe Live, not Santa. But I'm also convinced, like, how is Henry there, but then also in that video? What's happening?
Name the reindeer guy.
I mean, it was more of an inquisition than questions, to be fair. I mean, ask Santa for something, you know? I understand the guy's anger and plight.
Can I also say, I want to go back to my original point. I don't think I expressed myself clearly enough about the next step of humankind.
I don't know if you
Did you? So you're looking at the chat and everyone's saying, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yes. What I am trying to say, because it's true, right? I think that there's a part of it, it's like I do need to figure out how to articulate this so I can properly talk about this with people at the airport. But I do.
This is the audience, and this is a door, and they are just come you have back! A little. Just come back! And oh, they are slowly. They've lost.
You know, it's just I have so many thoughts. And then, like, imagine my thoughts are like my mouth is like a butthole, and my thoughts are like a bunch of dicks, all just trying to fucking slam out of the way out of the mouth, right?
Hey,
and they're just going.
Just get one thought out. Just one. You have 30 seconds. Just one thought.
There's a combination. Magic ritual is going to become physicalized by technology. So the idea is that we're going to take the idea, the hypothetical, the kind of theoretical idea of magic and how we work with our reality, and slowly it's going to become a physical reality, and that's going to actually fuck with the psychic nature of the magic rituals as well, because you're going to it's going to become all so much more powerful, and we're going to, of course, become one with machines.
27.
That's just how they make a Holiday Inn. He's just talking about construction.
I just.
Power. You know what, Henry? I say, have you made a friend in L.A.? Just one friend.
We're not talking about Natalie. We're talking about just a friend.
No, not the girlfriend.
Not the girlfriend.
A friend you don't paw at and demand food from.
Ed Larson's here.
Okay. Yeah, but he's. All right. Very good.
I went to an audition that they also get very scared when I'm in there as well.
You talk about this during auditions?
Yeah.
How lonely are you right now?
I have my books. I don't need friends. I have books. And a book, you can open it up, and it's a ticket to anywhere.
That is very true. And yes, just don't end up like The Curse of the Man Who Sees UFOs, that great documentary, and I do love that guy.
Oh, Christo. I love that guy.
Amazing.
And shout out to the people who made the documentary. They're apparently also fans of ours.
Are they really?
Yeah, they tweeted at us after we had talked about them on the episode. They tweeted at us, said thank you for the shout out. Definitely watch The Curse of the Man Who Sees UFOs. It's fucking great. It's just, I mean, even if you're not really interested in aliens, it's just a great documentary.
I absolutely loved it, and the great irony is, by the end of it, I believed in aliens or UFOs specifically more than ever before.
Also, watch the documentary Australians. It's funny because it's aliens. At the end of Australians. But it's about the same thing, about a guy who records all of these lights, these pin lights, ling, 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 everywhere, and it's it's very interesting because I think that there's a difference between when you see an actual ship, either the cigar-shaped ship or the traditional UFO shape, between these orbs. These orbs are more, it's a psychic thing, because you can also call them. Like Krista was calling them, like the Australians guy also does same thing where he plays music and these lights show up and you think it's horseshit, but then you watch it go, the lights go like into these weird formations and like that's aliens.
I think at this point we could just leave. No, that's not. No, honestly, it is so fascinating. Even if it isn't aliens, what's the military testing? I mean, it's just great on every level.
Yeah, there's something weird going on, at the very least.
Yes.
I got into an argument with somebody the other day about the idea of the military craft, and when it comes down to it, it's like, why would the military craft show up in front of these little towns?
Because they're military bases.
Yeah, because the military base is like right down the road.
And no one trusts
yeah,
people
but they're
from
not going
little
to put the
towns.
covert stuff. They're not going to let it fly above them.
Oh, they have to test it. They have to test it.
Just go. You ship it to fucking New Mexico, where it goes out in the middle of nowhere. Where
Henry, that's where they see these things. That's why it's one person next to a pile of horse dookie with an ex-wife, and they all see it together. And the horse dookie, everyone's just like, that's a liar.
Krista was in the middle of Monterey Beach, California. Everyone's looking at the stars, right?
But they're not looking. But they're not looking. They're seeing, but they're not looking.
I thought they're looking, but they're not seeing.
I don't know.
Fucking get mad.
People, by the way, people do want to see what your shirt is, Henry. Apparently, it's cutting off a little bit on there. People want to check out your shirt because you always do so well with those.
Spring Break's Zombie Massacre, made by two kids, Sam and Maddie. They did a film where they put it on Kickstarter. They made quite a bit of money. There are two guys with Down syndrome that wrote and created their own zombie film, and it's incredible. It's like it's brutal. It's super violent. It's very creative. They wrote the whole thing with some help, and all of the crew from Your Pretty Faces Going to Hell went and did all the effects for them.
Oh, that's
They had a bunch of
awesome.
big stunt guys came and did it. It's a really interesting movie. The documentary that's going to be coming out about it, it's also going to be. I think that's going to be even more interesting than the movie itself. But the movie, it's brutal. It's a lot of violence.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, that's a good shirt. I'm wearing a protest for Ronald Reagan in 1984.
Wow.
What does it say? Out the door in 84, Ronald Reagan. And they made him look all bad.
I'm wearing a shirt from Scumbags and Superstars.
Who's going to be making our Roundtable of Gentlemen shirts, by the way?
We haven't asked him yet.
Oh, we haven't asked him?
We have to do that. We have to ask him. But yes,
Oh
go to
my God.
Scumbags and Superstars to get more awesome shit like that. We're big fans.
Absolutely. Let's do another phone call.
No phone call.
Let's do another video.
Let's do it. Wait, hold on. We do have something Travis is telling us.
Everyone on the chat is asking, can we ask Ben to name the reindeer?
Yeah, it's Dasher, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Blitzer, Potter, and Rudolph.
Actually, I think that was all of them.
That's it.
I think you did it.
Vixen?
No, not Vixen. Blixen.
Blitzen.
Blitzen.
It's
Yes.
Blitzen.
Good Lord Almighty. Yes, and by the way, I mean, there were slave reindeers. So
Yes.
let's think about that. Okay.
And also, Blitzen does sound like a commandeer of the SS.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So
Was du
no.
hast Blitzen?
And I will be the tallest Santa. And for my entire life, I was a Santa when I was growing up. I played Santa 3 years in a row in my parents' home for our foster brothers and sisters. And in no way did that scar them forever.
As a teenager, you played like a big red.
Ho, what do you want? I got some gifts. I don't want to be here. No, I was a very good Santa. I was a very loving Santa.
In the first grade, there was a Glee Club play where there was an alien that looked like Santa, and they had me play Santa because I was the only kid who didn't need a pillow to fill out the costume.
So they were like, we can't spend $2.99 on a pillow. Let's just get the fat Zabrowski
Get the fat
boy.
kid.
Not bad.
I wish that one of the reindeers was called like Hooker.
Oh yeah. Why not? All right, well, that's actually a great segue into the next video. It involves a man of similar hook-like qualities.
I don't even think we need an introduction for this. I think we should just watch it.
This video is 32 minutes long.
What was the name of the guy who used to do that Daily Show segment, taking you out to the movies? The movies thing. Remember him?
The movies thing?
The movies thing.
Mom? Is that my mom? Asking a question.
Oh. Is your mom the lobster boy?
No, what the movies thing?
I'm gonna find it. Movies?
The guy that's on the show. With the man, Henry Thomas. The man has a mustache. The man has a mustache. Tom Selleck. No, he has a beard. No, Mom, he's famous for having a mustache.
It was like Frank or something.
Lobster balls gonna get you. I bet
Frank
he's great
DeCaro.
at sex.
Oh, yeah.
Frank DeCaro.
What about him?
He looks like Frank DeCaro. That's what I'm
You're talking
saying.
about Frank at the movies from New York 1.
No, you. No, God. No. From the Daily Show.
Oh, yes.
Good God Almighty. Let's go out to the movies. Let's go out to the movies. Let's go out to the movies and have ourselves a Frank. I don't know what it says.
Yeah.
It looks just like the guy.
It looks like a child molester. It looks like.
Well, his name is Dr. Andrew Michaels. He actually, his ASM, this is an ASMR video.
Oh, this is an ASMR?
This is an ASMR.
Now, is this supposed to be a... You know what? This one actually works for me.
It relaxes, yeah.
Now, it's not erotic, though, right? Or
Exactly. No, this is not supposed to be. None of these are supposed to be erotic. The erotic ones are erotic. These are not supposed to be erotic.
They're all erotic.
They're not all erotic. Does that sound erotic?
Well, to some people, I bet it does.
Possibly. But he does what he calls paranormal ASMR. It's actually pretty cool. I mean, this
now, this is supposed to be something like a white noise machine, but is this guy doing it?
Yeah, it makes you, it's supposed, people with ASMR, it makes them feel good. And like gives a little tingle down the spine.
And you're supposed to fall asleep listening to this?
Some people do.
They do.
They fall asleep to that.
Huh. What kind of dreams did that lead to? Would that lead to? All right, well, we got to do a wedding anniversary shout out. Seth and Samantha, they're having their 3rd wedding anniversary, and they're watching the last stream on the left. So happy anniversary. Congratulations.
Get out! I also feel that we're turning into Good Morning America.
Are
we going to start showing up at people's homes and being like, he's 112 years old. Why don't you fucking die already? Die already!
He obviously can't. I'm sure he's tried. He's like, I've been committing suicide since I was 19.
You know, I like lobster, but after watching the video, I don't like it anymore.
I can go home and eat some more shrimp.
I'm going to try that to myself tonight, see if I can relax myself to sleep. Because I don't sleep.
You don't sleep at all. Very presidential. All right, should we do another video?
Yes! This
Do
one.
we have a phone call?
No.
No.
No, everyone is telling me on social media that they're calling in, Travis, but they're not getting through.
You should talk to Adult Swim about
Travis wants to do inside baseball.
Let me call. I can call Dave Willis on the phone.
Give him a ring.
I'll call Dave Willis. Can we patch him in? We got to start seeing if we can make calls out.
We got too many, we got too many people calling.
Oh, we're doing so well. So everybody stop calling except for the one person who really wants to get through.
Yeah.
And then that's
the one person who's got a really good question.
But if you don't have one, stop calling. Let's see if it works. Okay, but let's do this next video and then we'll see if that worked.
Mm-hmm. This next one, this is how to not smoke weed.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Jerry.
I love this guy.
Welcome to my world.
Oh my goodness.
Big old hit.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Use your bubble wrap to wipe it up, bud.
It's not the.
Have you ever done that? You ever like ruined a very like nice relaxing time, like having like a good talk with somebody, and then you hit the bong too hard or hit the pipe too hard, then you just like I've thrown up in my own mouth many times.
Oh, that'll happen. I mean, this guy's gonna go into vaping here or something. He's obviously he knows how to do it. We all trust you, buddy. You can do it.
His throat is giving up.
Oh my goodness.
God, it looks like Dr. Robotnik.
Oh! Oh my goodness.
That looked like a baby spitting up.
Oh God.
Oh,
just thin. That's a problem. Is it's such a thin throw up.
It's a thin gruel, yeah.
Well, it's a spit more than a throw up,
Yeah.
I think. Don't you think?
It's spittle. I mean, it's more stomach acid.
I wouldn't
probably.
be surprised. It looks like he's got too much water in the bong as well, so I think he's taking some of that into the lungs, which
get it in.
That'll hurt you.
Slow.
Man, pussy.
Oh
pussy.
my goodness. Well, look at that. But the bong is still fully intact, and a great bong. I mean, there's no denying that.
It's been a long time since I hit a bong. I don't hit bongs as much anymore because I smoke a lot by myself.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do feel bad for this guy because obviously this is like a really important thing for him that he smokes weed out of bong.
I mean, he said, "Welcome to my world."
He has one. He has one skill.
Yeah, and he aged himself out of it.
Man, I'll never be like that. You gotta smoke easy, man. I did a cannabis cup with my friends, and we went and we all tried to do a dab, and it was like $10 for the dab, and then if you could finish the whole dab, you get your money back, right?
What's the dab?
So-
Can you explain these dabs? Because I thought it was a Colin Kaepernick thing, a football doing that's a dab.
Doing that's a dab.
That's a dab.
I don't know what that means though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what's a dab?
Same thing with the whip and the nay-nay. The whip and the nay-nay is the other thing like the dab that I don't understand.
Yeah, but what's the weed dab?
It's essentially freebasing weed. It's like you take weed, THC wax, and you put it into like a steel pipe thing, and then you hit it with a blowtorch, and basically you take like what would be a month's worth of weed wax into your head in one go, right? And it'll get you high all day. I mean, like bad high, like
Yeah.
you were like watching black helicopters in the sky. I think the television knows I'm watching it, like that.
They do.
And so my buddy did it, and he gets halfway through it, and he starts choking. I do it. I get halfway through it, starts choking. My other buddy gets up, and he tries to do it. He just collapses. Like, he just goes like, and it's like his body just gave up.
Yeah.
And then he started going like.
Yeah, that happened to a kid at my house once when he was smoking out of my big bong, out of bubber ball.
Well, he had a stroke.
I remember that.
Was it a
when
stroke?
Keith,
He had a
our
small
buddy
seizure.
Keith, but he's a scientist.
Who?
Keith.
Oh,
that
what
happened
about?
to?
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't Keith. That happened to the very first intern that I ever had that I broke on the first night.
Yeah, why are you ratting out Keith? He was on Jeopardy.
He was
He
on
did
Jeopardy.
very well. He won like 10 games in a row. He's the only smart guy we know.
But he was like the craziest. He was the craziest pass out I've ever seen, because he was like, ha 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 ha, and then he just folded in on himself.
All right. Well, let's see. What do we have? Do we have any more calls?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do. I mean, I think we have to wrap it up.
I think we do. Yeah.
We
I
have
think
probably
we're-
a final video if
Yeah.
you want to jump to that.
I think we're good on that.
A music video. I guess so. We should say we're doing this every Tuesday at 8.
Every Tuesday at 8. It's our new time. Tuesdays at 8.
That's it. So
Tuesdays at 8.
8.
Listen to me, you fucking idiots.
Eastern.
It's Tuesday at 8, and it's going to be
Standard.
until your grandmother dies.
Time.
All right?
Yeah, that's it. And everyone on Twitter has been wonderful. In the chat, in the calls.
People are trying to tell me that dabs are not that intense. They're like,
Well, I
dabs are not that intense, dude. Yeah, well, man, I got a life to live. I got shit I got to do.
That's it. All right, we're going to leave you with this video. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Hail Satan, y'all.
Hail yourselves.
Hail Geen.
Live your dreams.
Quería no te pegar, ayúdame a distraer.